DSM Living with Wendy Wen, Melanie Hall, and Sharon Rooney.
Hello and welcome to DSM Living. I'm Melanie Hall and today we have a great show in store for you. Coming up, we're going to find out all about the tips and trends from the mansion fine furnishings and interior design. Coming up, we're off to Neverland at the Des Moines Playhouse. Debating the calculating? Well, up next, we're going to talk with Tom from Karl Chevrolet in the Kids Zone about service contracts, buying versus leasing, and car financing.
I have an appetizer recipe that you can use in 3 different ways to impress all of your friends.
Today we begin with a little wine, a cozy fireplace, and a relaxing room thanks to Kaufman Construction. Why haven't you stopped? You've seen it from the interstate. It's Goode Greenhouses, and we're going to tell you why you should take a peek inside. If you're looking to spruce up your home or give a room a new look, well then you need to check out the Mansion Fine Furnishing and Interior Design. Lynn, we are so excited that you are here with us today. We cannot wait to talk about trends. Yes. But first of all, tell us, how do trends impact design?
That can be kind of a loaded question. There's a lot of explanation, but when you're looking at trends, part of what you have to think about is what's got staying power. What we see is a lot of attention-getting ideas out there, but if you think back in the 90s, we had animal prints, and that was really kind of cutting edge at the time, and right now it's really normal. So as we look at these things, some will stay around and really trend or give us a direction that the interiors will be going, others kind of fade out. So we just have to look at it in that perspective, I think.
Well, we love hearing about trends, and a lot of people have a passion for fashion inside their home.
Yes.
So for 2014, what can we expect to see?
Well, there's a few kind of main ones that we're seeing, and one of them is the use of metallics, especially gold. So just as everybody was changing out that from their homes, it's making its comeback. And it's just really a warm, rich, vibrant color. So we do see a lot of metallics, especially in the gold tones, coming back.
What are some of the other trends?
We're also seeing a lot of use of color, really rich colors.
Do you have an example of that?
I do. Let's go look.
Perfect. Lynn, now I know you talked about color being a trend, and as you can tell, I like color, and I am crushing on color, but I always have a hard time of figuring out how to make it work in a room. So tell us about the color trend.
Sure. Well, again, we're kind of seeing the cobalt blues, the emerald greens, teals, rich reds, all of those real rich saturated colors. And easy ways, because a little can go a long way, is just maybe table linens, runners or placemats, napkins, things like that. They don't have to be just on the dining room table. You can use them on the coffee table or an end table. Flowers are a great way to add color.
Okay, well, what's the third trend then?
The other one is kind of our polar opposite of what we've been talking about, and that is just the use of really natural elements. We're seeing a lot of reclaimed items or wicker, nubby textures like a throw, pillows. We have some faux fur items that would work great. Natural elements like bare branches in a glass jar. We've got great collections of glass vases with lids on them, and you can throw feathers or rocks or pine cones, anything that's just kind of interest, and use that for your display.
Well, you've given us a lot to think about. Where do you draw your inspiration from?
I really encourage my clients to come in with, if it's a favorite color, look at your closet. What are you comfortable with? Everybody has kind of a palette or a sense of what really feels comfortable to them. You can draw it from really anywhere.
Well, in the Mansion Fine Furnishings and Interior Design has so many wonderful pieces. People need to come in and check it out. So what's the best way for people to reach you?
Well, exactly that. Stop in. We're at 28th and Ingersoll in Des Moines. You can also call us at 280-7161, or we're on Facebook, so go on and like us. And our website is themansion-interiors.com.
Perfect. I want to go back and check out this couch.
Please do.
I have an appetizer recipe that you can use in 3 different ways to impress all of your friends. I'm Whitney with Fareway and Sensible Health. Let's get started. Today I'm gonna make a holiday cheese ball that's cream cheese and dried beef based. So for a healthier twist and to cut down on fat and calories, we're gonna use Philadelphia reduced fat cream cheese, or you could go fat-free cream cheese. 1 8-ounce package of shredded cheddar cheese, and I've also used fat-free in this cheese. 1/2 pound of dried or smoked beef diced. And then I'm gonna grate about 3 tablespoons of yellow onion in here, and I want to use a grater because I don't want any big pieces of onions in my dip. We're also going to add about 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and then about 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And lastly, we're gonna add a dash of cayenne pepper and then just some black pepper to taste also. This is all we have to do for the base of our recipe. We just need to beat it with an electric mixer. And I am using attachments today that look like this because I think they're a lot easier than the regular attachments that you probably use because the filling doesn't get stuck inside all of the prongs. Once you have this mixed, just use a rubber spatula like this and combine everything that maybe you didn't get with your mixer, and then form this as much as you can into the shape of a nice round cheese ball. And the best part about this is you can make this up to 5 days ahead of time and leave it in the refrigerator to make your party planning even easier. Our cheese ball has been in the fridge for a few hours, so one of the 3 ways that I'm going to show you how to use this is to actually stuff mushrooms with it. When you're cleaning a mushroom, you just want to use a damp paper towel and wipe it off. Since mushrooms act like sponges, you don't ever want to put these underneath water or submerge them in any water because they will absorb a ton of it. Once you have your mushrooms completely cleaned, we just need to remove the stems and make a little pocket to put our filling in. Now we're just going to fill our mushroom tops with about a tablespoon of our filling, bake it at 375 for 15 minutes, and then top it with some slivered almonds for the last 5 minutes. So I promised you 1 appetizer in 3 different ways, so now it's time to hold true on that promise. My mushrooms are all the way done and I've taken them out of the oven, so that's way number 1. My second way is I have taken 1 batch of my filling and made it into smaller cheese balls. And then I have rolled them in assorted nuts, parsley, sesame seeds, and paprika to make it a little more festive and individual servings. So my last and third way is 1 bigger cheese ball that you serve on a platter with crackers. And I'm gonna roll mine in slivered almonds. And this is the part that if you're making your cheese balls early, don't do this part until the day of because the nuts don't hold up very well. 3 creative holiday appetizers from 1 basic recipe. If you want these recipes or any others, you can visit Fareway.com. And remember, the most important ingredient in any recipe is family.
Pixie dust, flying, and an alligator all have one thing in common. It's Peter Pan at the Des Moines Playhouse. Kathy, it's so fun to be here on the set of Peter Pan, and this makes me ready to just fly away to Neverland. Everyone loves Peter Pan. Why did the Playhouse pick the show?
Well, that's because everyone loves Peter Pan. We try to choose a holiday show that we know that the whole family is going to appreciate. And when we look at our ticket sales, it's not for groups of 2 and 3, it's for groups of 12. And so we know that Grandma and Grandpa are coming with the kids and the parents and maybe an auntie or 2, so the whole family can enjoy this and talk about it at their Thanksgiving meal or at their Christmas meal.
The perfect time to be together over the holidays,
yes.
For sure, right? So how do you approach a show like this?
Oh, with great respect. There's a lot of magic that has to happen. So we're really planning it, kind of like they do the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We start planning this show as soon as the show from the prior year is finished.
So how long does it take to stage something like this? You've been in the process for weeks, right?
Right. We plan it for a year, but we stage it in about 5 weeks.
Wow. So tell us about the flying, because everyone wants to know about the flying. Were the actors nervous, or how does that work?
Do you know, we asked on the audition form if they were afraid of heights, so we knew at least where we were starting from. And I think the kids had a little bit of a trepidation about it ahead of time, but once they got in the harnesses and we lifted them off their feet, for them it was like a roller coaster ride. They were having a lot of fun.
And I know that Angie has some great costumes designed, so I'm going to go and check in with her.
Great.
Thanks, Kathy. Angie, Peter Pan had to be just a great show to design costumes for. How much fun was this for you?
Oh, it's lots of fun. You get to have kids flying, Indians, pirates, lost boys, lots of great fun fantasy creatures. So yes, it's a lot of fun.
And then we all love Captain Hook.
Yes.
So he's probably got one of the best costumes, don't you think? Or not?
Maybe.
What's your favorite?
Depend. Well, my favorite's Tiger Lily right now.
So tell us about Tiger Lily.
Well, Tiger Lily is the leader of this great tribe of female Indians that we have. So they're in suede and feathers and even some sequins and sparkly stuff and all these fantastic headdresses. We have some tiger lilies, literally in her headdress, but it was really kind of inspired by the Victorian notion of Indians, and this is when that play is set.
Okay, anything that our viewers should really think about when we see the show?
Peter Pan is kind of a classic story, so I wouldn't say there are any big surprises, but I think the big surprise is the way we've made it our own and done it our own way.
To see it.
You'll
so I'm
enjoy
going to
it.
go check in with Leanne to see how we can get tickets. Okay, cool. Thanks, Angie.
You're welcome.
I won't grow up. I won't grow up.
Are you ready to fly away to Neverland? I sure am. So Leanne, how can we get tickets?
Well, you can visit our website at dmplayhouse.com. Give us a call at 515-277-6261, or of course, come here to the Playhouse ticket office.
Sounds great. Now, I know the holidays are approaching. Do you have any ideas for gifts?
Oh, you bet. For the theater lover on your list, we've got gift certificates, we've got season tickets, and we've got Flex 4, which is a wonderful 4 vouchers, can be used for any show. So lots of opportunities.
Sounds great. I'm going to get my tickets to Peter Pan.
All right.
Find us online at dsmliving.com to watch this week's episode, see other videos, and check out what's coming up on future shows.
Hi, I'm Ron the Car Guy from Westside Auto Pros. Here's your trivia question of the week. Stay tuned for the answer when we come back.
Many of you have been introduced to the YMCA through our youth programs. Summer camps, swim lessons, flag football, and youth basketball start a lifelong relationship with the Y, which produces ripple effects of positive influence in their lives. The YMCA provides opportunities to make change in people's lives, and we're proud of that. If you and your family are serious about living an active and healthier lifestyle, why wait? Join the Y today and let tomorrow be the start of a healthier you.
As a nurse, I believe in the power of home health care. I have seen how much can be accomplished in the comfort and security of your own home. At Iowa Home Care, we provide excellent medical care in the home, and we do it with love and respect. Who you choose for home health care is your choice. Experience Iowa Home Care, where you're not a number, but a valuable client. For nursing and personal care in your home, choose the kindness and loving care of Iowa Home Care, for the love of home.
From the young to the young at heart, gifts come in all shapes and sizes during the holiday season. Some of the greatest gifts are spending time with family and friends and creating special memories to share for many years to come. So from all of us to all of you,
Happy Holidays!
Experience the Des Moines lifestyle at your fingertips. Introducing DSM Living magazine. DSM Living is trendy, local, functional, and available on your iPad. Download DSM Living magazine from the App Store today and enter to win $500. And remember to tune in Sunday mornings at 11 on ABC5.
The correct answer is C. Have car questions that need answers? Call Westside Auto Pros at 225-9090.
It's lush and absolutely colorful, and we are right here at Goode Greenhouses. April, we are so excited that you are here today. We cannot wait to learn all about poinsettias. But first, tell us a little bit about Goode Greenhouses.
Goode Greenhouses started it at this location in 1905. They started with vegetables and they grew into flowers. It has really blossomed since then. Poinsettias, Easter lilies, we sell a lot of petunias and geraniums, which are the old favorites. They're still growing. Yep.
So you guys have been in business for 108 years.
Yep.
And do you grow all your own plants?
We do most of them here. We do buy a few different things, but most generally everything is grown at this location.
So how do we take care of a poinsettia?
You want to keep it in a room with a nice light, with a window. You want to keep it moderately moist. A lot of times it'll come with a pot cover. You want to take that off, take it to your sink, let it drain through real well, let it stop dripping, and then put it back on, and then I usually take it back to its location, your favorite spot in your house.
So can we keep them blooming throughout the holiday season and longer then?
Most generally, a lot of people have good luck with them. They'll keep their flowers well into the next year. A lot of people will keep them till spring. Then the leaves start to turn green again, and they can take them outside for the summer. And then to get them to rebloom the next year is a little bit trickier on the second year, but it can be done.
I love the red, and the red are probably a little more traditional, but you guys have various colors here at Goode Greenhouses. So how do you get the other colors?
The horticulturists the scientists do all the grafting and the growing, and then we just buy the cuttings, and we grow what they have developed.
So what kind of colors do you have here?
We have pink, white, there's an ice punch, burgundy.
Absolutely gorgeous. And you have a lot of other plants for the holiday season too.
Sure. We have Christmas cactus, which is a favorite of a lot of people. Cyclamen are nice, they bloom a long time. There's mini poinsettias that we actually buy in from out of state, but they're really adorable. They're great for like Secret Santas or something for your desk at work.
And I noticed when I was coming in, there are a lot of fun items for holiday decor. Tell us about some of those items.
Sure. We have your live greenery, which includes your wreaths, roping. We do make handmade bows, so there's a lot of variety of color and different sizes and shapes of those.
So April, if people want to kick up their holiday decor a notch or get a gift card, what's the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Sure. You can call 262-6504, or you can get a hold of us by looking us up on our website.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to take a look around. I can't wait to see all the other poinsettias. Sure. So you're ready to buy a car, and if you are like most people, you're going to have to finance your car because you just don't have that stash of cash tucked away in a cookie jar. And today we are here with Tom from Karl Chevrolet. We're going to talk a bit about financing and service contracts and buying versus leasing. So Tom, is this difficult to do, and what information do I need to know? What information do I have to bring in?
For car financing, it's really pretty simple. We have access to about 40 different finance sources. Now each one's going to want different things, but in general it's a very easy process.
Should consumers shop around to different finance sources in order to get the best option for them?
You bet. I mean, you always want to make sure you're getting the best deal, and typically what I'd recommend is you usually have a bank or a credit union that you do business with. Get with them and find out what they're doing, where they're at, and then when you come into the dealership, you know where your starting point is. We've got access to a lot of sources, and probably maybe even the same one you're dealing with, and we can either, if that's the best deal, go through them for you and do all the paperwork here, or if you want us to, we'll shop even more and see if there's any better deal out there.
I think people don't even really know what a service contract is. So what is it?
Service contract it wraps around your existing manufacturer's warranty and helps you extend that coverage to a longer time frame. Now, it's not an extension of the manufacturer's warranty, it's actually its own policy. If you have a 3-year warranty from the manufacturer, after 3 years you're on the hook for whatever happens to it. If you have a service contract for 4 or 5 years, you can pretty much be at your own terms. You're not going, oh my gosh, I need to do something now because I'm afraid of what's going to happen to this vehicle or these expenses that may occur. And this gives you more flexibility in your purchasing process.
So how do I know what's a better option, buying or leasing?
There's no rule of thumb, sure. But leasing gives you the option of buying more vehicle and being in a term where you're under manufacturer's warranty for the full time. And it also gives you the chance of having all the options available and no risk. For instance, if market conditions change, when gas prices go way up and you're driving a vehicle that gets 20 miles to the gallon, the market conditions for those vehicles went way down, and if you owned it, you would take that loss. By leasing it, the lease company takes that loss.
That sounds like a perfect deal to me. Tom, what do you like best about working at Karl Chevrolet?
Well, that's pretty easy. I mean, we have a great facility that was built by a great person, which is Karl. I've worked for him for 23 years, and I enjoy coming to work every day. And knowing that he's on the showroom floor, and if anybody has a problem, I know what the response from him is going to be, and that's make sure that you take care of them.
Tom, you've given us a lot of great information, so if people want to know more or come into the dealership, what do you suggest?
Well, they can obviously visit us online. If they have questions, they can email us and we'll come get to them, or they can just call us, 515-299-4300.
Perfect, thanks Tom.
You bet.
No one in Iowa has more fellowship-trained orthopedic specialists than Iowa Ortho. With specialists in 7 areas of expertise, no matter what your aches and pains, Iowa Ortho is ready to help. With services such as MRI, physical therapy, and post-surgical support combined with 17 locations in central Iowa and a walk-in clinic with urgent care for every member of the family, it's no wonder that Iowa Ortho is considered the expert for orthopedic care in Iowa. For the best health care, ask for Iowa Ortho. Visit us at iowaortho.com.
We hear it every day. The Lodge of Ashworth offers the best circle of care in retirement living. Find out for yourself. Schedule your personalized tour today.
Planning a house project or a remodel? Finding it hard to stay within a budget? Before you go anywhere else, stop and shop at Greater Des Moines Habitat for Humanity Restore. They have everything you need to keep that project on track and on budget. Restore sells quality materials at discounted prices, and everything you buy, from plumbing to paint, area rugs to bricks, helps Habitat for Humanity build more homes in Greater Des Moines. Stop, drop, and shop at Habitat Restore and help them build homes, community, and hope.
Thousands of people pass by Fountain West Healthcare Center in West Des Moines each day. Why do patients choose to come here? We are experts on providing short-term rehabilitation after surgeries, accidents, and illnesses. Our skilled professionals give hope to those who need physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Patients choose Fountain West because they want to get well and live life to its fullest. If you should need our services, don't let the opportunity pass you by. Choose the rehabilitation services at Fountain West Healthcare Center.
You love where you live, but you need more space. Perhaps adding an addition will give you that extra living space you're looking for. Devin, this is one of my favorite projects done by Kaufman Construction. You guys really just got it right on the mark with this one. And when I walked into the existing home, it looks fantastic. It's brand new. But when I think about adding an addition, that kind of makes me worried sometimes. How did you make that transition so seamless?
To me, that's kind of a principle of remodeling, and especially adding on, is trying to make it look like we've never been there, other than the beautiful space that we create.
Well, let's talk about the design. It all just creates this really warm and relaxing environment in here. So tell us about the design process.
Well, we try to use all the technology, and we also obviously have creative people on staff, but the technology really helps us communicate the ideas, and also homeowners are able to communicate ideas back to us.
Britt, this addition is absolutely beautiful. And when I walked in your house, I said, this is a new house. Why did you choose to put an addition on?
You know, we just wanted a little more space, and we didn't know if we wanted a screened-in porch or an extra room, but we just felt that a little more space would be nice.
So when you were thinking about this, what were your 3 main goals?
Like I said, we wanted more space, living space, and another place to entertain. And being out here in Johnston, we have a great view and wanted to be able to see the woods.
To bring the outdoors in.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is absolutely gorgeous, and I have to say one of my favorite features is the chandelier. If you had to say what your favorite feature would be, what would it be?
Oh, I think probably the beams. I love how the beams turned out. When we'd first come to Kaufman, we weren't sure what we wanted. We didn't know if we wanted a screen-in porch, we didn't know if we wanted a room, but within a very short time, Kaufman gave us the design that we both loved.
The overall design really marries contemporary style and traditional with the sleek lines and the rich textures that it has here. So speaking of Kaufman Construction, how did you find out about them?
A friend who's had 2 remodeling projects recommended them highly, and we went with it, and it was a great experience.
What was the process like?
You know, it wasn't hard. With remodels, you have a lot of people coming into the house, but each group that came in was very courteous, and our family was as unaffected as they could be. Everything turned out great. It turned out better than we ever expected, and I'm so glad we did it.
So the homeowner wanted a place to entertain, to bring the outside in, and just more space. And I know that there's a lot of entertaining that can go on back there. I'm ready to get a glass of wine, but before I do, tell us, how can we get a hold of you?
Probably the easiest is to go to our website. It's kaufmanconstruction.com.
All right, what kind of wine do you like, red or white?
I'm more of a beer guy, but I enjoy a glass of red wine every once in a while.
Sounds good, let's go.
Follow DSM Living on Facebook and Twitter to see behind-the-scenes photos and find out what events are going on in and around Des Moines.
The Home Depot always has a lot of stuff going on, and today we are talking about furnaces. So Bob, tell us what's going on in the furnace world here at Home Depot.
Okay, Melanie, I'm going to do that. Let's get started by talking about our mini split heat pumps. This is our Mitsubishi mini split Slimline.
What does that mean, and why should somebody get this?
This here is used by a lot of people for different reasons. First of all, this is an indoor wall unit,
okay,
which we have different types of units that might go on the floor or might go in the ceiling or attic, and they combine themselves with an outdoor unit outside.
Oh, okay.
Now this is all ran off electricity, and it actually heats, cools, dehumidifies, cleans the air with carbon filters and ionized cleaning. So it does a lot of amazing things, and basically wear It could be in an older home, like a farmhouse that has a boiler in it or doesn't have air conditioning,
Sure.
but can supplement some of the primary sources of heat there to save money. It could be in an addition, where somebody's built an addition to their home and their system isn't going to handle that. And it's easy enough that they come with remote controls.
Wow.
And it's easy to really operate at home, and they run about 27 decibels of sound, so you don't hear them, you just feel them.
So if we're looking for something a little bit bigger, then where do we go?
As far as bigger, these sizes really range up into different sizes. Or I can put this one unit outside and put up to 8 heads inside of a home.
Well, the mini split seems like it could be a great option for a lot of people, but if someone's looking for something a little different, what do you suggest?
It's just as easy as coming around to the end cap.
Love it.
Right here we have our furnace and air conditioning and heat pump line, and you can find these in the end cap in the Home Depot store.
Well, tell us about this furnace here.
This is our gas-fired 95% Rheem furnace that we have on display here. At the Home Depot we have different brands, and Rheem's one of our best ones that we have.
So let's talk about accessories.
Yeah, the first thing we do is we come in and just listen, like what is happening in your home, or is there dry air? Do you have anybody with allergies? We have humidifiers that we put in with the systems. We put in nice media cleaner air filters that make sure that it keeps the air clean in your home. And we get down to finding out on the allergies. We have machines that kill the food source for bacteria, mold, allergens, everything. So one of the best results we get after an install is, hey, you know, I'm breathing better. It's like you just pumped oxygen into my home. And so with those kind of accessories, we get to kind of know your lifestyle and get to make sure you're feeling good so you have the best sleep at night, and it's not just your mattress.
So if people want to get it installed, they need to get it here at the Home Depot. So what's the best way for people to contact you?
I would say come on in, just come to the service desk. What we can do is get in online on the computer and we can set you up with an appointment within minutes. Or like I said, you can also go online and you can enter the date that works for you and you'll be contacted within 24 hours.
You guys make it so easy for us, Pat. We so appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's our show for today. Thanks for watching, and be sure to join the conversation on our Facebook page or check out our YouTube channel. I'm Melanie Hall. Have a great rest of the weekend.
Host Apparel by Francesca's, located in Jordan Creek Mall in West Des Moines.
Follow DSM Living on Facebook and Twitter to see behind-the-scenes photos and find out what events are going on in and around Des Moines. If you want to see your company or event on DSM Living, head over to our website and fill out a simple form or shoot us an email to info@dsmliving.com.
I'm overly perky. Transition so seamless.
Well, yeah.
No?
Okay. It's okay if I sit down. You don't mind.
Is it Reams or Ream?
Yeah.
Ream?
Reams, if you buy 2.
All right, Bob. I love you.
Okay. Where's R2D2 at? Okay.